national anthem, East African anthem, followed by prayers from Pastor Arego. Thereafter, the rest of the program shall follow. Thank you and karibu.
Let's all be upstanding as we welcome our governor, ambassador joining us shortly. Let's all be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen.
Here.
Our chief guest today, the ambassador of Oman to the Republic. Your Excellency, the governor. And also the chair, CEO, Legislative Economic Bloc, Mr. Victor Nagaya, the CEO, MS People, Mr. Jean,
2025 Business Ecosystem Summit. Please feel free, be welcome, and yes, let's feel at home.
Talk to someone you need to come here with so that you know your next tender, your next.
Yes, please. And I'm sure you can see cameras around. If you turn around, please turn around to your right or to your left. You can see a camera. Our media people are here and we have photos. So smile and let us know we are in the technology era. And the photos might circulate somewhere. And so we are assuming that you are okay with that. And yes, if you happen to share on social media, we are on BES, Business Ecosystem Summit 2025 on all platforms.
That's right. Please don't sue. We understand the issues around data privacy and data protection, and so we assume that by you being here, you have naturally consented towards it. But we are doing it for the larger good, so that the world knows that we are here. When you post a selfie or post something that's been said here, tag at Business Ecosystem Summit. Tag us at Brian George KE
and at Agnes Anonsizi.
Very well. Remember to keep your phone on silent. We are on flight mode, so on silent so that any emergencies that come may be handled at any time.
Yes. If you need to use ladies, gents, you can walk right outside and then to your left down the swimming pool. There are some, or you can cross to the hotel and the lovely ladies and gentlemen will help you from there.
Great. We have 2 tiers of protocol. One from the hotel and one from the And that said, I'd like us to also as our partners today.
Yes, we have, of course, Business Economic System Summit put together by the IMC Limited. That's the reason we're here.
I'd like us to give IMC people
a round of applause, please, for putting this together.
It's not been easy. We've been literally forcing Jean to sleep, telling her, hey, please log off, it's a weekend, now you need to rest. Jean has worked tirelessly, and her team, they've really done a huge, role.
Thank you very much.
Let's also appreciate in a special way AAR Hospital and AAR Insurance.
Yes. And we have Kenya Climate Innovation Center, KCCIC. Clap for them. Thank you.
In the spirit of many initials, the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate them.
Thank you very much. We have Export Processing Zones Authority, EPZA.
Correct. Clap for them, yes.
And we have Med Adidas. Is that's yes? Yes, please clap for them. Right. And we have Kenya Investment Authority, which is Ken Invest, together with Swed Fund, Norfund. And is it time to welcome us the Kisumu way? You know me, I'm here for the first time.
Yes. Agnes is here in Kisumu for the very first time, and so let's give her a Kisumu kind of welcome. We normally say Warwaki Dala.
Okay.
And what do you say? I told you to say something.
Remind me.
Erokamano.
So that's what I should say.
That's thank you, yes.
Oh, thank you, Erokamano.
And then I will reply Machiegni.
Machiegni.
Yes.
Okay.
So do we start?
Yes.
Aye, Warwakewa.
Erokamano.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's not just enough to talk about tough conversations, about business, about all of these things without having a bit of play. With your permission, Your Excellency, allow us now to invite the traditional dancers who will be coming here.
A round of applause for them as they open for us.
What was the name I told you they're called?
It's coming. It's there. I'm almost there. Aki wamepotea. Remind me.
It's the name of a former CS. The name of a former CS. Try. It's coming. Try.
Oh.
Yes.
Owalo?
Yes.
Owalo, yes. Owalo traditional dancers. Please put your hands together for them as they open for us.
Aya. Anthony Waera Henya. Anthony Waera Henya. Yes. Yes.
What's an energy right there?
Nyarmurima umeona?
Nimeona.
Do you feel welcome?
I feel welcome, purely welcomed.
Do you enjoy the Luo culture?
I do, actually. I do. It's beautiful. The little that I know, and I'm about to learn more in the next 4 days.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yes.
Let's give them a big hand once
again. A round of applause for them one more time. Thank you very, very much. And in case you're wondering why Kisumu County, and please, they are our partners here. In case you're wondering why Kisumu County is a fast-growing economic hub right here in Western Kenya. And also Lake Region Economic Block. Please clap for them as well.
Correct.
They state that, okay, of course, there are 14 counties, Kisumu being one of them, and there are opportunities in agriculture, manufacturing, very, very many other sectors, but also it has 14 to 15 million people, and they comprise of 70% who are youth, basically. So there's so much young blood and creativity to tap in the region, and that is why we are here to experience and to see how we can take this to the IMC people. Is because, you know, they're strategic communication company. They've won awards for putting this together. And we have our CEO, who is going to tell us more about that.
Right, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, just a bit of statistics is that 80% of Kenya's workforce is directly employed by small and medium enterprises. I'm sure you know your friend who runs a startup from their hostel in campus. Your cousin who has a small business going on for themselves. There is always something going on with someone, and so that is the kind of focus we want to have on these small, for a good reason why we need to partner, not just for financing, but also for business support. And that's why we have partners like Arise Kenya.
Yes.
Arise, who are here with us.
Yeah.
I've seen Wild International. I've done a couple of interviews with them back at KTN, now at NTV. Chris is a very, very good mentor of these small and medium enterprises and startups that are coming up. But that's not why I'm here, and I'm not the best person to speak about that, which is why I want to do the introduction of this lady. She is a prominent public relations and PR and marketing expert from Africa, known as the founder of IMC People Limited. She is an award-winning trailblazer in the communication industry based in Nairobi. She describes herself as Africa's PR powerhouse, and so she is.
Yes, she
rightfully
is.
So.
Yes,
She's managed quite some huge accounts.
Yes.
With big impact. Actually, you should have told us what some of the achievements of BES
2023, which happened right here in Kisumu County. In fact, it gathered more than 500 delegates last time it was here. And on top of that, they profiled $93 million in investors' commitment. And on top of that, there was $400 million in funding. So through AFSNet in 2024, through Med Aditas Pharmaceutical. So without that conversation,
huge impact, and that's why I was insisting that please, you need to be networking and talking to somebody, because perhaps your next funding could come from them, your next opportunity could come from them. But this is the person who's coming to speak to you about this. She started her career as a journalist covering gender stories, African women, entrepreneurs, and business in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to this wonderful, beautiful, towering lady, Jeanette
Oromo, the CEO
of
IMC People.
And let me do a bit of incitement.
Yes.
Ladies, who run the world?
Girls.
Who run the world?
Girls. Please, a warm round of applause for her as she makes her way to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. Well, they were giving the very huge accolades. I was wondering, that's how anyone in this, but thank you so much for Your Excellency, Lim, who's here with us today from the Sultanate of Omani to Kenya, Your Excellency, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, who's the chair of the Lake Region Economic Bloc and Governor of Kisumu County, the chair of Kenya National Chamber, Kisumu Chapter, Mr. Israel Agina, the CEO of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, Mr. Victor Nyagaya, and one of our key partners, Mr. George Olaka from Arise IIP Kenya. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Jeanette Oromo, and I stand here before you as a small business owner. A small business owner who, in our backyard back at home in Homa Bay County, came up with this idea of Business Ecosystem Summit. And one of the truly amazing things with this country is it's very easy to get people to buy into your idea, especially if you're talking around issues that also affect other people. So as small businesses, we make up almost 40% of the GDP of this country. And we realized there was a gap. There was a gap with how we are able to match to the standards of other businesses, how we are able to, back then, think of competition, how you're able to get business, how you're able to network, and how you're able to grow. And the idea of business ecosystems was birthed just to be able to help with collaboration as opposed to competition, to be able to have a pool of something for ourselves as small businesses, and to be able to lean on our big brothers from the public sector with the opportunities that they have and the experiences that they have for us to be able to grow into big enterprises. And that is why we are going to be here for the next 3 days. That we are here to figure out ourselves, one, with the leaders of the business communities, that we are able to understand what more can be done, that we're able to network and see where the opportunities and gaps are, that we're able to, again, lean on each other and figure out what that is. We've been told by the MCs that the Lake Region Economic Bloc, which is the market that we are tapping into, consists of 70% of youth. So out of a population of 14 million, 70% of that is the youth. That is a huge opportunity for us. And looking at that, we were trying to see if we have such a young and creative economy, why then are we still lagging behind? Those are the hard questions that we are supposed to be answering when we are at this summit. We look at the opportunities from the public sector, and we're happy to have the CEO of the Lake Region Economic Bloc. They have a portfolio of $3 billion USD worth of projects from the different counties that are in the Lake Region Economic Bloc. That is Old Western, Old Nyanza, and part of South Rift. And you look at those kind of numbers and figures, and we ask ourselves, where can small businesses like us tap into that particular opportunity that has been awarded? Who is it that we need to partner with so that we're able to have a voice in the spaces that the public sector has created? How is it that we're able to bring in different people so we hold hands together and say, we are collaborating with so-and-so and we have a piece of their cake? These are the questions, again, that we'll be answering in the next 3 days. So mine is just to say, karibuni sana to Business Ecosystem Summit. We are building this for us. We are creating a platform where businesses can be able to thrive together. We are creating a platform where young voices can be heard and young voices can be given an opportunity within the bigger cake so that we are all thriving together as one. Asanteni sana.
A warm round of applause for Ms. Oromo. Thank you very much for laying a very good foundation for us this morning. Just to remind you, if you are on the socials and you're using hashtags and you're posting a photo, we are still using the hashtag BES2025, and we'll appreciate if you tag us on whichever platform that you are on. And we are going to continue swiftly. Like I mentioned, we have quite a number of sponsors who are in the building and partners as well, because we could not have been able to put this summit together without your help. To mention, we have KCB Group, once again, Kenya Climate Innovation Center, AAR, we have Med Aditas, we have Export Processing Zones Authority, HEIFA International Kenya, Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Kenya Investment Authority, Can Invest, and Swedfund. And I would like to invite the lead from Arise, who are our partner, Arise, who is Mr. George Olaka, so that he can come and give us his note as well. Mr. George Olaka is a Chief Financial Officer of Arise IIP and Arise IAS, alongside other people, and he has served as Africa Finance Corporation Head of Portfolio Management, where he was responsible for managing AFC's investment portfolio, and we are in good hands. So ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome Mr. George Olaka, please put your hands together for the gentleman Makofi Kwake as he makes his way to the stage to be able to give us his address. A warm round of applause before he makes his way.
Your Excellency Ambassador, welcome to Kenya. Your Excellency the Governor of Kisumu County, allow me to also stand on the already established protocols. The leadership of the Lake Region Economic Bloc and the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce, BES, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first thank BES. Sorry, let me first thank IMC for arranging this call. Jeanette has not spoken or read a speech, so I'm a bit in a fix on what to do, but I'll try. Let me start by saying it's a pleasure to be here today, and thank you IMC for inviting us. Thank you Lake Region Economic Bloc, thank you Governor, and thank you Kenya National Chamber of Commerce for being here. We are glad, and I hope the 3 days will yield results that we can all be really proud of. I think for me to start, let me say that it's all about why we are here. It's all about how well counties, financiers, investors, training institutions, you can name it, how do we come together? Because for us, this is a relay. It's actually not a sprint, it's a relay, and therefore we really need to work together on how to pass the baton to one another. And I think in the next 3 days we'll learn how to do that, and do that very well. When you travel across Africa, you see something remarkable. You see talent everywhere, ideas. But I think ecosystems are rarely built and let to flourish. And that in many ways is the real work of the industrialization journey that we have to do in Africa. And I think it's just not the factory shell or the access roads alone. It's not the individual pieces that we put together. I think it is the work. The bigger thing is to unlock the human potential that we have. Why are we here as Arise? And again, just to explain that at Arise Integrated Industrial Platforms, we just don't build industrial parks, we build an ecosystem that allows industrialization to thrive, to work. So, why are we here today? I think the theme of this conference, which is BS, is built around the same philosophy that drives our work across Africa. And that is to build strong ecosystems that unlock strong economies. The summit's purpose, which is to strengthen collaboration, integrate value chains, empower 2026 World Cup, all the merchandise for FIFA as an organization is going to be produced in Benin. We can do that in Kenya. In Togo, coordinated logistics, policy skills, and utilities turned an SEZ into a continental benchmark. These are stories that are live. You can go to YouTube and you'll see them all there. These successes were not accidents. They were the results of deliberate ecosystem design, what we call the ARISE IIP model. And that is exactly what we want to build in Kenya. To be honest, I think Kenya has what many other countries don't have. For those who are keen followers of news, you must have seen what President Museveni said the other day about access to the port and all that. I think that is something that as Kenya we need to be proud of, which for comparison purposes, Uganda, South Sudan, Rwanda don't have. But I think to be on a serious note as Kenya, I think we boast of a very skilled and youthful workforce. We have renewable energy at scale. We have strategic logistics. We have the port. We have SGR. We have airports. We have a dynamic private sector. We have a very progressive SEZ framework. And we have counties with powerful productive production potential, whichever applies. Some of the projects that we are working on is the Vipingo Special Economic Zone, the Dongokundu Special Economic Zone, and the Naivasha Special Economic Zone. Not to mention that we have just started work on Rivertex as part of the lease to revitalize Rivertex to support the cotton, textile, and apparel value chain. These are just but what we have started, but I think what we can do together with all the partners in this room and out of this room, I think is phenomenal. And I believe that in the next 2-3 days, we will be able to have an agenda that propels us all and propels Kenya to, as the president says, the Singapore of the next few years. Let me also take a few minutes to talk about the Lake Region Economic Bloc, which is the starting point for industrialization in this region. I believe that if anyone wants to understand where Kenya's industrial future will be shaped, they should look at the Lake Region Economic Bloc. And why do I say so? The region is rich in cotton potential, which could attract a lot of textile companies. We have cotton in Busia, Siaya, Kisumu, Homa Bay, and Migori. The backbone of the cotton revival, which is going to feed into Rivertex, is in this area. Edible oils. There's a huge potential in some of the countries I've named, including Trans Nzoia for sunflower, for sesame, for soya. Allow me to add palm oil around the shores of Lake Victoria, which, if developed properly and developed well, can really a game changer for the country. I think just to put some numbers into it, Kenya exports about 120 billion worth of edible oils annually. If that can be channeled into the population of this country, then you see the potential is enormous. Let's talk about fisheries and blue economy. We can talk of livestock and leather. Kericho, Nandi, Narok, Bomet, and parts of Kakamega have a very strong livestock value chain. Timber and forestry, Nandi, Vihiga, Kakamega, Trans Nzoia, strong in wood processing potential. So for us, Lake Region Economic Bloc is not just the last mile of industrialization, I think it is the starting block. But to get it right, what must we do? Experience has shown us that there are 3 critical components that we need to make this work. Skills. Without the right workforce, even the best machinery becomes a piece of expensive equipment for any investor. And I think with partnerships like Kisumu National Polytechnic and the universities around here, I think scale should not be an issue. We should just see how to plug into that ecosystem that is already there. What about financing? KCB were supposed to be in the room. I think what we've done with KCB and Afreximbank is to provide a facility, and this is an $800 million facility for any investors that want to plug into the ecosystem. But I think one of the critical aspects that investors look for is policy consistency. And I think that is something that both the county government and the national government needs to provide investors. So why does this summit become important? Let me also say that there's one thing that most people don't want to accept or acknowledge. I think Kenya doesn't need another conference. I'm sorry, Jeanette. I think what we need is that we need to use this to act. And I think Kenya needs execution. It needs alignment of everything that it is doing. But it also needs an ecosystem that are designed for competitiveness. We are just not competing amongst ourselves. We are competing with the global powers, the Indonesias of this world, the Singapore, the Bangladesh, India. And I think we need to look at the competition which is outside there rather than compete amongst ourselves. Let's build an ecosystem that supports all of us. But I think the good news is that the Lake Region Economic Bloc has all the ingredients. It has talent, it has land, it has industries, it has farmers, logistics. I think once the Standard Gauge Railway reaches here, then I think it will open up a lot of other potential. But then again, it has a committed leadership, which I think is very important. We just need to connect all these dots. So today my call is very simple. Let's move from conversation to execution. Let's build ecosystem, not isolated projects. Let's align counties, national government, financiers, and the industry. Because for me, the truth is very simple. Africa has never lacked the potential. What we lack is alignment. What we have lacked is coordination. And what we have lacked is to put all these things together in an ecosystem that is greater than the sum of all the parts. And that is exactly why we are here today. In closing, ladies and gentlemen, I believe, and we believe at Arise, that Kenya is ready, and that's why we are here. I believe the Lake Region Economic Bloc is ready. And together, if we partner, then all will go well. So please let us execute, let us align, and let us build an ecosystem that creates jobs, that grow exports, that empower counties, that unlock the full potential of this region, and that propels the country to the Singapore of the next years. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Olaka, for that moving yet very, very, very surgical call to action. And as you speak about Museveni, His Excellency, President of Uganda, I am just back from reporting from Uganda on Sunday. And my mission there was to go see or rather witness the unveiling of another Devki steel manufacturing plant. And the reason why Devki is launching in Tororo and not Kisumu or Marsabit or anywhere else is because of an inconsistent tax policy, which of course now ties back to ease of doing business. And so we must ask ourselves those very important questions. Do we want to see such magnitude of capital flight all the time? Look, that facility after 2 years of being put up will absorb 15,000 Ugandans employed. So we can imagine if we have such kind of capital flight, and yet these are things we could set up here in Kenya purely based off of us having a proper tax policy. And so if you're here and that is an area of concern, perhaps we could have more intentional action towards it. Allow me now to introduce our next speaker. And he is the Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kisumu Chapter Chairperson. He's a seasoned business leader and public sector governance expert with over 40 years. Let me give it a bit of a punch. 4 decades of experience across engineering, industry, leadership, and Policy Development. Ladies and gentlemen, he currently serves as the chairperson of KNCCI Kisumu chapter, just as I've said, and he is in charge of private sector growth, investment facilitation, and enterprise development within the region. He happens to share a name with my first boss, who was very good to me, Abi Agina, who is now a senior news anchor and producer in CNBC Rwanda. CNBC is the company that is in charge of producing the Forbes magazine. Abi was very good to me. I was just straight from campus and he was really, really good to me. I don't know if you are related, sir. But let me now introduce to us Mr. Israel Otieno Agina. Most welcome.
His Excellency, the Governor of Kisumu, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, Madam Hashmi, the Cabinet Secretary for Cooperative and MSMEs Development in the Sultanate of Oman, the CEO of LREP, Victor Nyagaya, the head of Arise, Mr. George Olaka, and the organizer, Ms. Oromo, who has organized us to be here. I want to welcome everybody who has perhaps not been mentioned. You are all important and we value your presence here. To the MC, your friend Abi Agina happens to be my fourth born, so I'm happy that you work together. I'll be talking about Chamber of Commerce, and as I speak here, I'm speaking on behalf of over 10,000 members nationwide, and the thousands of business people here in Kisumu County who form the backbone of our economy. They are entrepreneurs, traders, manufacturers, and service providers who wake up each day with determination to build, grow, and contribute to our nation's prosperity. As the voice of Kenya's business sector, Chamber of Commerce has championed the creation of favorable commercial, trade, and investment environment that support enterprise expansion across all the 47 counties. Let me begin with a truth that cannot be overstated. Micro, small, and medium enterprises are not just participants in our economy, they are our economy. To put it in perspective, the 7.4 million MSMEs in Kenya generate a remarkable 4 out of every 10 shillings of our GDP. Here in Kisumu County, this story resonates even more profoundly. Our MSMEs span agriculture, fisheries, manufacturing, trade, and services. From the fish trader at Nanga Beach and the farmer in Ahero, to the phone repair technician in Kisumu town, and the tech innovator in our growing startup ecosystem. These are the businesses that create jobs, feed families, and drive our county's transformation. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, Kisumu County is a city for and of today. In the 2024 Global Startup Ecosystem Index by Startup Blink, Kisumu entered the global top 1,000 cities, ranked at position 985, joining the elite league of innovative cities worldwide. And I know that most of you, as my friends from Nairobi and elsewhere, always praise Kisumu to be the cleanest city in East Africa. Na makofi hayo ni kwa gavana wetu. This achievement helped Kenya maintain its position as the third best country to start up in Africa, behind only Nigeria and South Africa. The county government of Kisumu has established the County Business Incubation and Innovation Center, providing mentorship, market access support, and skills development to fast track our new entrepreneurs. Over the years, the country has seen some significant public and private investment in accelerating agriculture, improving value addition, growing the blue economy, and overall support of a developed ecosystem. Our mandate exists for one purpose: to protect, coordinate, and promote commercial and industrial interests of our members and business people as a whole. Our mandate is clear and comprehensive. Our mandate number one is to promote trade both within Kenya and internationally. Our second mandate is to provide critical trade facilitation services. Our third mandate is to serve as the bridge between the business community and government. Our fourth mandate is to champion enterprise development through training, consultancy services, business forums, and networking opportunities that connect our members to markets, financial, and technical expertise. Our fifth mandate is to promote social unity and the welfare of the commercial and industrial community, because we recognize that business thrives in an ecosystem of mutual support and shared prosperity. And that's why we feel that we have a share in Kenya. In business, we have no shareholders or non-shareholders. We are all shareholders. In addressing our challenges, we have made sure that we do it honestly and action-oriented. We confront our challenges with clear and determined hearts. Access to affordable finance remains the single greatest barrier facing our MSMEs. High interest rates, collateral requirements, and lack of credit history lock too many entrepreneurs out of growth opportunities. We commend the government's catalytic funds, the Youth Enterprise Development Fund, Women Enterprise Fund, and Financial Inclusion Fund. But access remains limited and default rates remain high. We need more flexible financing instruments, stronger credit guarantee schemes, and deliberate efforts to formalize the informal sector so businesses can access mainstream financial services. Our call for action is not to look at the challenges as insurmountable. Instead, we consider them opportunities for investment and for learning. That way we will build an ecosystem that addresses our problems with solutions that we have been part of, homegrown solutions. We are also aware that there are opportunities created by Africa Free Trade Area, by digital transformation, by changing consumer preferences, and those are ours to seize. KNCCI will walk this journey with entrepreneurs through capacity building, market linkages, and advocacy for policies that work for you. I'm happy that we have a minister from the Sultanate of Oman and a lot of our people from the coast. Some of them relocated to Oman, and I believe that we can increase the networking and make sure that Omanis can invest in our country and in Kisumu in particular. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, KNCCR's rallying cry is simple yet profound. Our rallying call is growing your businesses together. We partner with you and we help you grow your business. We will continue to advocate tirelessly for the policies, infrastructure, and environment that allow businesses to thrive. We will continue to provide the platforms, networks, and services that connect you to opportunities. We will continue to be your voice in the corridors of power, ensuring that decisions are made with businesses, not to businesses. What I mean is we must be at the table where business decisions are made. And I'm happy to say that in Kisumu County, the business people sit at the decision-making place, both in government and in parastatals that have been created by the county government of Kisumu. For example, we have a representative in the city board. We have a representative in the public service board. We have a representative in other institutions like Kiwasco, which supplies water and makes sure that the city is clean. And I represent the business community at the Lakefront Development Corporation, which is, was initiated by our governor to open up our lakefronts. And for that, I want to thank Your Excellency, and I wish that all these ideas will come to fruition. I know we have just about 2 years before perhaps you take another role, but I think we should do what we can to make sure that you leave a legacy that you wanted to bring to this city. Asanteni.
A warm round of applause for Mr. Israel Agina, and thank you for that affirming and insightful speech, and also for highlighting the mandates for KNCCI, which is in line with our theme for this BES 2025, which is investing in business ecosystems, and also highlighting that our challenges are opportunities for learning, and that's why we are here to get the solutions and to learn together, the whole purpose of this summit. And to help me invite our next guest, who is also our partner, Mr. Victor Nyagaya, who is the CEO, Lake Region Economic Bloc, and he's a Chief Executive Officer of the Lake Region Economic Bloc. He's an accomplished public sector leader with more than 35 years of hands-on experience shaping government programs, strengthening institutions, and driving development across both the public and private sector. His wisdom definitely will come in handy, and his professional journey is a reflection of deep commitment to service and also to strategic leadership and transformative growth. He's now serving as the Chief Executive Officer of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, where he leads a multi-county economic coalition committed to regional development. With that introduction, please put your hands together as we welcome Mr. Victor Nyagaya, the CEO, Lake Region Economic Bloc, so that he can give us his address.
Excellency Governor, Excellency Ambassador, my friend Israel Agina, and the CEO of MIC people. I want to, and everybody else, I will be very brief. As said, for now, I've been in the Lake region for the last 3 years, and we've done tremendous work, and those achievements are recorded. The last one, which I'll remain very proud of, is when we did the proposal to FAO, green climate change, that gave us a grant of 50 million USD ring-fenced for the entire Lake region block. And it's a grant. And it speaks very well to the reason why we are here, because it's about getting small enterprises and cooperative societies to come together and meet private partners, private people who have capital but are not ready to work directly with farmers. And therefore the policy that FAO came up with is to ensure that each and every cooperative society is well established, well organized, to attract doing business with private people from small scale to large scale. And there are many other things that that history talks to. At this point in time, really, we have exhausted a lot, very rich inputs from the previous speakers. I also want to just thank His Excellency Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, who has given me that opportunity for the period that I have served. As I now transit to do other things, doing transition, I must not forget that it was because of his backing that we got to achieve what we did achieve in the Lake Region Economic Bloc. Accordingly, I would wish to now take this opportunity to invite His Excellency and Chair of the Lake Region Economic Bloc to come and make his speech. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me begin by welcoming to this meeting and this discussion Her Excellency Ambassador Nasser Salim Mohammed Al-Hamsi. Al-Hasmi. I was trying to pronounce that name in absence. I've practiced it several times. I'm getting there, don't worry. The leadership at IMC, people led by Janet Oromo, representatives from Arise IPP, led by George Olaka. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Let me begin by welcoming you to this vibrant lakeside city of Kisumu for the 2025 Business Ecosystem Summit. Our international delegates, our country leaders, and our entrepreneurs, and all stakeholders gathered here today, Karibuni in Kisumu, which really means welcome to Kisumu. We gather here not just for another conference, from what I've been following, but for a moment of possibility. A moment to reimagine what our businesses, our counties, our region, and our continent can become. Karl Marx once said, philosophers have described the world in various ways. The point, however, is to change it. Philosophers have described the world in various ways. The point, however, is to change it. Kisumu is not merely prepared for business. Kisumu embodies business. Our strategic location on the shores of Lake Victoria and midway across the region positions us as East Africa's natural commercial gateway. That is the description of us. How do we use that description to change our environment through good business policies and practices for the interest and benefits of our people. We sit at the intersection where opportunity meets ambition, and where strategic vision becomes economic reality. Our capability to host major meetings, incentives, conferences, and exhibitions is evident all around us. The infrastructure, hospitality, and logistical efficiency you are experiencing today and further, and the longer you stay in Kisumu, are all products of intentional investment and long-term planning anchored on excellence. I've always congratulated my friend who built this center, this Swiss, is it Grand Swiss Hotel, and this meeting place. It was a very strategic investment. I mean, there is no hall in our hotel in Kisumu as big as this one. Strategic investment. So you find that when you are inviting people more than 100, you left with this facility. That was a very strategic investment, which is paying fruits or giving back to the investor. What do we do as counties to attract investments, more investments of our counties for the sake of economic growth? Somebody just said that DEFCI is now being situated in Tororo and is going to employ a whole lot of people. I'm quite sure that DEFCI considered Kenya at one point. But then the tax policies for Uganda were much more favorable. We are nearer the port. Uganda is further from the port of Mombasa. But they realize they'd rather pay for transportation to the port than be bedeviled with huge tax responsibility throughout the life of DEFCI. I have the pride in reporting that Kisumu's role on the national and global stage is firmly established. We have continued to host numerous convergences and conferences of national and international repute and interaction. An international nurses conference has been held here, a National Women Accountants annual event, and many others, just to mention but a few. As a matter of fact, here in this city, we have a community health scientific conference going on now. Indeed, our journey has been marked by significant milestones. In 2023, we hosted the inaugural Business Ecosystem System, bringing together 535 delegates, 9,000 marketplace attendees, and representatives from 8 embassies. That forum generated investor commitments amounting to USD 93 million. In 2024, Kisumu proudly hosted the Afreximbank African Sub-Regional Governments Network Conference, AFSNET, drawing over 250 leaders from across the continent. This event catalyzed transformative partnerships, including a $40 million agreement with Med Additives Pharmaceutical Kenya Limited for a manufacturing facility in Kibos capable of producing 2 billion tablets and capsules annually. Welcome a coffee. These achievements affirm our capacity, our infrastructure, and our dedication to impactful global alongside providing investment opportunities for potential partners. We stand at the crossroads of transformation. And as a chair of the Lake Region Economic Bloc, representing 14 counties and more than 14 million Kenyans, I have a clear message. Collaboration is our greatest asset. Together, we are building a unified regional economy anchored on shared resources, harmonized policies, and collective ambition. All this, ladies and gentlemen, is why this particular meeting is so important and why it matters. Over the next 3 days, deals will be made, ideas will be born, partnerships will be forged, and new futures will be imagined. We are here to create ecosystems where medium and small enterprises thrive, where young people find opportunity, and where investors discover the next frontier of growth. I therefore say, to our investors, the Lake region is yours and it is ready. To our medium and small enterprises, this is your platform. To our partners, let us dream together, plan together, and build together. Kisumu is honored to host you, and Kisumu is ready to work with you. Not too long ago, we held the first AfriCities conference in this city, which brought in 13,000 people. The first AfriCities conference held in Sub-Saharan Africa. We are determined that the impact we create here will echo across Kenya and throughout Africa. Let us make history together. Let us build Kisumu together. Let us build Kenya together. Let us strengthen the East African community, bringing together so many states in our part of the world and creating a huge market for people who live in this part of the world and for those who would like to invest in the Eastern Southern African Economic Community. Conclusion. Finally, as we inaugurate the 2025 Business Economic Summit, let us reaffirm our collective responsibility to shape Kenya's economic future and contribute meaningfully to Africa's development. Kisumu welcomes you. Kisumu is open for business, and Kisumu is ready to partner with you for lasting impact. As Israel Agena said, that's why the Kenya Chamber of Commerce and Industry focuses on involving itself in such meetings, not for today, but for a lasting impact. Thank you, and I wish you fruitful engagement and discussions as you enjoy Kisumu. Thank you for being our guest. We shall make sure we are good hosts. Asanteni sana.
Ambassador, this is not malevolence. This is old age. As you grow older, you tend to forget a few things. But I assure you, I'll do better next time. Can I take this opportunity, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, and as you stand up, because you've been sitting for too long, I want you to stand up and welcome the Ambassador of Oman, who is now coming to speak to us. Some of you have never seen her nor heard her. You have the opportunity this morning to hear. Please, my dear, can you come and address this important gathering on matters of business, on matters of transformation, on matters of growth? I'm quite sure that your experience in Oman will definitely help Kenyans do better. Karibu.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Honorable Professor Peter Ayogo, and thank you for mabibi na mabwana, hamjambo. Mimi ni furahi sana kuhudhuria leo the summit in Kisumu, and it's my first time to visit Kisumu. And the first time when the airplane was landed, I admire of the beauty of Kisumu. Asante sana kunialika leo. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, business leader, innovation, and friends. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is a great honor to join you today at the Business Economic Summit 2025 in Kisumu, platform that aims to inspire cooperation, unlock operation, and shape the future of enterprises across Kenya and the broader region. On behalf of the Sultanate of Oman, I thank the IMC people who are the organizer of the summit for creating the space for dialogue that truly matters. Dialogue that contact nation and regions, strengthen economic and uplift the people, especially in SMEs. Oman and Kenya are not strange to each other, with our relationship that rests on century of trade, culture exchange, and maritime connection. Today, as a global economic shift and new opportunity emerge, our economic ties have become even more relevant and developed into a partnership that are sturdily growing and promising a greater potential ahead. Oman sees Kenya and especially the lake regions as a strategic gateway to East and Central Africa. Likewise, Kenya view Oman as a bridge to the GCC region and the wide Middle East, especially for SMEs looking for new markets. There are immense opportunity for collaboration in agriculture and agro-processing, fisheries and blue economic development, logistic and maritime trade, manufacturing and value addition, tourism and culture exchange, digital innovation and youth enterprises. The blue economy is a vital to a significant sector in both Oman and Kenya, from the Indian Ocean to Lake Victoria. Water has always connected us, providing a potential and opportunity in many sectors such as sustainability fisheries, cold chain infrastructure, port efficiency, trade logistics, eco-friendly tourism, and a lot more. Oman fisheries and blue economy are developing through its Fisheries and Agriculture Vision 2040, which aims for a profitable, sustainable sector and increasing national contribution. Oman, as a significant fish producer and expert, focus on the border blue economy by integrating sustainability principle, modernizing aquaculture, and expanding into an area like marine spatial planning and value addition. This strategy provides huge investment opportunity in Oman fisheries and that broad spectrum of activity. Regarding the small and medium enterprises SME, I can say this sector is vital part of Oman economy, contributing significantly to non-hydrocarbon GDP and provide sector employment. In this equation, we look forward for this summit In this occasion, we look forward for this summit to speak a new partnership between our two countries in the new investment and new opportunity for both of our nations. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Her Excellency one more time. And before that, we can conclude with a group photo. Guy.
Before you conclude, I'm sorry to intervene. Look, I really would like us to thank the ambassador for coming and speaking to us seriously, because Oman is a very important country to East Africa. I wonder whether you learned history about the trade between the Middle East and Kenya many years ago, even before colonialism. And if you go to the coast, you will find relics of what is called an Omani Arab culture at the coast. And we know very little about Oman. Is there anybody here who has traveled to Oman? Put up your hand. Is there anybody? Nobody, including me. But I am telling you that Her Excellency coming here today to address this meeting is kind of godsend, because it's at a very critical time when that Omani experience of small enterprises being involved in global trade and having tremendous impact in other economies, small as Oman is, I think we need to take our relationship with Oman very seriously. And Her Excellency, I will definitely request you to request your government that we lead a team to Oman to go and see how business is carried out and the importance of small and medium enterprises in making impact in the whole national economy, not just domestically, but in terms of its own foreign economic connections. I think we learn a lot coming. Kenya perhaps is bigger than Oman in size, but very small, very, very tiny compared to Oman economy. So I think that this was a very critical and very strategic invitation to invite Her Excellency to come and speak at this small and medium enterprises meeting, because it is the most relevant nation, I think, and economy to us at this point in time in trying to take off. Thank you.
And kindly, Governor, we request you, Your Excellency, to remain here. Then Her Excellency can join you for a photo. After those lovely words, it's only fair to get a photo. Please put a round of applause for His Excellency the Governor one more time, and then they can. Thank you very much.
Yes. So, my colleagues from the media, you're ready? Great.
Can advise us on the positioning as we mark this wonderful official opening of the BES 2025.
Your Excellency Ambassador, as that trip is being put together, I am happy to go report from Oman.
From Oman.
And disseminate that information properly. Great. Allow me to ask Senior Gina, CEO Jean, and George Olaka from Arise. Most welcome. Victor, let's have all of you here up on stage for that photo. Yes, there you go. This is a photo. This is a photo that if perhaps I got an opportunity and took that photo with the Kina Governor, can go and present it to KCB or up
for alone.
Me alone, yes. That's enough security for me.
As we mark the official opening of the BES
Thank you.
Summit 2025.
All right.
Thank you very much. Okay.
All right. Do we have partners in the house who would like to join in? Arise, of course.
Arise is represented. KCB Group.
KCB Group. AR.
AR.
Do we have AR?
Can invest if there's anyone, so that we don't lack.
It's okay.
Okay.
We could take the partners opportunity. Come.
We could take the partners opportunity. We can represent them.
Yes. Present the partners. NSSF, yes, is here. Okay, let's have them take. Could we have some bit of musical interlude?
Media people, good.
DJ, some soft music on the background, some celebratory music, please. Yep, okay, fine. Let's join in.
That marks the official opening of the BES Summit 2025, but this is not the end because we have a whole tour at the exhibition, right, Brian? Okay.
We get to have an opportunity.
Thank you.
Sorry, we get to have an opportunity to see what the partners exhibitors have for us throughout the 3 days of the summit. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now arise and finish off.
Before we do that, we took on our Guinea and we love visitors. Please put your hands together for Nabagala Josephine Kafero, all the way from Uganda. She is the Deputy Town Clerk, Nasana Municipality. She's in the building with us. She has joined us. So, Karibu Sana, there she is. Thank you very much for joining us all the way from Uganda. I'm sure you are hearing us talking about it and you're like, that money has come to us.
Yet again. Because he's putting up, that's the second industry in Tororo. He has deeper cement there.
Right.
Ulimurunji. Very nice. Thank you.
And I think it's only fair we a round of applause once again for our partners, starting with Kisumu County. Thank you very much for partnering with us.
Correct. NSSF. We forgot to mention them earlier on. NSSF, if you're here with us, please wave. We'd like to see. There you are.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for them. Lake Region Economic Bloc, who have partnered with us as well.
Correct. And of course, Arise IIP has featured prominently here. Thank you so much for those beautiful insights, George Olaka. Let's appreciate Arise.
Kenya KSCCI, thank you very much. A round of applause for them.
KSCCI. KCB Bank. KCB, if you're here with us, thank you so much. Let's appreciate KCB.
Then we have Ken Invest as well.
Correct.
Partners, a round of applause for them.
Very nice.
AAR
Hospital Insurance and Hospital, yes. AR
EPZA,
the Export Processing Zone Authority. Thank you so very much for partnering.
The Swedfund and Norfund as well.
Correct. And
right, and Heifer International as well. They are one of our partners and sponsors and med editors.
Thank you so very much.
And of course, all of you who are here, put your hands together for yourselves. You've done an amazing job. Correct. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for making time and resources to be here.
Okay, so we can proceed. With your permission, of course, we have to allow His Excellency the Governor to exit, and we can go and see what Miss Jeanette has put together for us at the exhibition, please.
All right. Thank you so much. That should mark the end of day one.
Yes, official opening. We have officially opened BES 2025 right here at the Grand Royal Swiss Hotel.
Great, and I hope you're tweeting. Thank you.